What's going on, everyone? We have another filing to talk about that was filed immediately today. This is a kind of a different one though, because this one did not show up on the register yet. So I imagine this is going to show up on the register tomorrow and it will be implemented Friday. But this is a notice of filing and immediate effectiveness of a proposed rule change to amend the content of the CBOE feed to identify the current day consolidated high and low prices. SR CBOE BZX 2021-046. It will also affect subsequently the other exchanges from CBOE being BYX, EDGA, and EDGX. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now, Gary Gensler in CBOE, if y'all are listening to my videos lately, it almost seems like what I find and talk about the very next day, you put out rules that go along with it. So if that's the case, I appreciate it. But more than likely, it is not, because I am retarded. So the substance of this filing, according to CBOE, is a proposed rule change to amend the content of the CBOE feed under Rule 11.22J to identify the current day consolidated high and low prices. The text of the proposed rule change is provided in Exhibit 5. Now, the purpose of this: high and low prices. The exchange proposes to enhance the content of the CBOE feed to identify the current day consolidated high and low prices for all listed equity securities, including AMC and GameStop. The CBOE feed is a data feed that disseminates on a real-time basis the aggregate best bid and offer of all displayed orders for securities traded on BZX and its affiliated exchanges. Now, its affiliated exchanges are the other three that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, being the BYX exchange, the EDGA, and the EDGX. Now, in addition to the information currently provided in the CBOE feed, the exchange is proposing to include the current day consolidated high and low price for all listed equity securities as obtained directly from the Security Information Processors, or SIPs. The consolidated high and low price for all listed securities would be disseminated via the CBOE feed after the CTA, or Consolidated Tape Association, and the Unlisted Trading Privileges Plan SIP delay period, which is currently 15 minutes. So, the benefits of these changes: such information will provide CBOE feed users with a static benchmark against which to compare price movements shown on CBOE using high and low prices in the consolidated market. The exchange's proposal is in response to requests by members using the CBOE feed, and also partly in response to recent changes by a competitor exchange to their end-of-day messages. Now, what they're referring to is a filing by the NASDAQ that proposed to enhance the end-of-day summary message by replacing the current high and low closing price of a security based on its trading on the NASDAQ, NASDAQ-BX, and NASDAQ-PSX with the high, low, and closing price of the security published by the Securities Information Processors. Now, if you all remember, do you remember those days when we would go on the NASDAQ and we would look at these prices and we would see prices like $20 for AMC back in like February and March, and we would see like over 100 or so in the recent times? I'm thinking this is why. Because it's getting information directly from the SIPs now, we're going to see some of that ADF related trading activity, and that could have been an anomaly due to that. So, interesting. The exchange also believes that the proposed rule changes are consistent with the Act because it supports fair competition among brokers and dealers, among exchange markets, and between exchange markets and markets other than exchange markets, which is good. The availability to brokers, dealers, and investors of information with respect to quotations and for transactions and securities. Almost like what we've been asking for. Another useless slide by Charlie's Vids. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you on the moon.